This might be a fairly short one, maybe about a half hour, give or take, because I am actually out here in the shop again. And I basically wanted to show how much has got cleaned up since yesterday, which you guys, seen yesterday. But also, not only that, I got all the poles and everything that was up on the top, all down here. I got all of those poles the hell out of here. And where I got those poles is on the other side, which I'll go over there in just a few minutes. But I want to actually get this thing, this whole entire thing, as it goes from here all the way. You know what they are is they're lockers. I got a bunch of crap in them now, which we could actually see. Like, oh my God, what's in there? That's what's in there. Just a bunch of crap that needs to be thrown away. And then I got more stock in there. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it. I got more stock in that one. And I got a whole bunch of stock in that one, but it looks like a bunch of dirty ass crap. It needs to go through, be gone through, and then cleaned up and everything else. I think I have this last one. Oh yeah, I got a little bit of stuff in there, which that's easy. Just take a lot of that stuff out, and then the less weight I have, the better off it's going to be. So that's going to be, this is going to be over here on this side. That's going to be over here on this side right here, which the stuff that I moved over here yesterday, yeah, sorry about the shakiness. The stuff that I moved over here yesterday, I'm going to end up moving, and I'll move that thing over here. So it'll be a lot better in a lot of aspects. But I did get all of that all moved out. All of those poles that were all up on top, I did get all of that all moved out. And where I moved those is, here, I'll show you guys another view of the whole entire thing getting cleaned up a lot more. There's a lot more cleaning up. Still looks like a mess, I know. But you can see a lot more of the floor. And I'm actually sitting on the outside, so it may still look like a mess completely, but it's actually getting cleaned up. See all the paints I got? All of these paints are all going to be up there on that second shelf, right where those things are. Right here. Yeah, right there. They're all going to be right there. My main objective today was to take all the poles that were up on the top up here and get all those moved, which I got a lot of them moved, and I'll show you exactly where I'm going to be putting those. So, hold on one second. It's still a container, yes, and we still close it with the, See, it's a full container. It's a 20-foot container, 8 foot wide by 20 foot long, and that's what it looks like on the outside of it. Still needs to be painted up on the top here, and then a little bit down here at the bottom, but that's not too bad. And then this little outhouse type of thing we got right here is our chicken coop. This area right here, that's our chicken coop. But yeah, let me show you. I took it all out and I leaned them against the other container, what we have, and I'll show you how much was actually in there. I figured that there was at least about 1,300 feet of rods that I had in there. So let me turn this thing around. Let me see if that comes in. I leaned them against the other container that we got. Those are all going to go inside that. You see that door right there? I'm going to put all of these all in there. Yep, that's what's going to be in just a little bit. So I thought I'd just come in and chit chat with you guys, take a small break and see how everybody's doing, and then go from there. Hey, Arnie, Mom, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. These are all the poles I took out of the other 20-foot container. Right now, I'm a little bit pooped. Moving all those. It's taking a lot of trips. Those things are about almost 18 foot long. Yeah, almost 18 foot long. And I moved them all out of the container that I'm going back to, because that's the now going to be, new shop that I make all the fishing lures. That's where I'm going to be doing all that. But yep, that's what that was, and I figured I'd sit here for chat with you guys for about maybe a half hour or so before I actually go through and put all that in there and see how everybody's doing. So I'm getting it cleaned up little by little. I got a whole lot of headway space, leadway space going back and forth. But the more things I get cleaned up, the better off it's going to be. That's going to be pushed way over on that side at the end of this thing. But yep, we're getting there. We're getting there little by little. And I do thank a lot of you for coming along with the journey, because trust me, it is a journey, especially going through and cleaning a bunch of crap. I didn't want to put a title on this. I didn't want to put a title on this live because it's, wasn't going to be here very long. I figured about a half hour or so, give or take. And then just to take a break, chit chat with you guys, and see if you guys had any questions of any sort or anything else like that. You know what? Let me get my thing over here. And just overall, how are you all doing? Trying to get my tripod. All right, here we go. Make it a little easier. Oops, sorry about that. Just makes it a little easier for setting you in the thing in here. All right, there we go. That's better. So, how are we all doing? This is going to be where I'll be doing a lot of stuff on here. This thing's 12 foot long. Yep, totally 12 foot long. And then these things are about 6-7 foot long, give or take. Because it is all in a 20-foot container. And I will be having a lot more different things up here. This is like the same thing on this side. There's going to be a lot more things here. All of this stuff right here is all gone. That's all going out of here. Just like I did with the rods up on the top. As you can see, all the rods that were up here are now gone. They're on the other side. That's what was up there. That was about 1,300 feet. 1,300 lineal feet, of the rods that was there, which is these things that's up here. See those, the wood rods. Yep. First coming in, go ahead and hit the like button, or double tap the screen for a like. I'll be here for about give or take a half hour. If you guys got any questions whatsoever or anything else while why I'm doing all this, if you want to ask that, go right ahead. This is going to be a whole entire shop for fishing lures. I'm going to put a paint booth on this side. See right where all this is? I'm going to put a paint booth right here. And I'll be making my own jigs of some sort to manufacture the rooster tails. The whole entire inline rooster tails. I'll be making a jig, which I'll probably do a video on that, of me making the jig for the rooster tails, of what I would do to twist them, and then, to make the full barrel roll on those as well too. Because I have enough metal here to actually make them. I've looked online and I've seen a lot of things of what people have, or what other people have manufactured, and I can make that very easily. I have no problems in making that, so it's just going to take a little bit of time to actually go through and do it. But once I get it done, It's going to be quite easy, quite nice, and I think a lot of you will actually enjoy seeing me make a bunch of those. And not only that, but also the spoons on them, the blades. Yeah, the blades. I will be also custom coloring and custom painting those as well too. Besides putting them all together, and there'll be a single hook and also with the treble hook. So you'll have your variations of what you basically want. If you want a single hook, because I know a lot of times single hooks are usually hard to find, but I will be making with a single hook. And if you have a specific of the size hook that you want, then I will be able to do that as well too. So it's just going to be basically, you kind of build it and I will make it on those. And then I will be pouring all of the jig heads over here at the back end back here. So eventually, when everything gets to be a lot more cleaned up in here, all of this will always be cleaned off, always. So that way when I come in the door, when I come in this door, this will always be clean, always. So every time I start a live, the live will always be, where I come in here, it's a clean place. I'll make a mess, and then, because I'll be probably making a bunch of crap, and then I'll clean it all up, so that way you guys can see me do the full cleanup as everything that's, I'll be doing here. Now, I don't know if I'll be putting the jig making time thing here, because I have that inside the house now. So I don't know yet. I'm still debating on that, but there's a lot of things. That's all this stuff. All of this is all going to be gone. All of this is all going to be in the other container. These things will probably still stay here, but maybe over on the other side over there. It's just going to be a lot more cleaned up than what it actually is. And I think a lot of you will probably like how it's going to get cleaned up. Sorry, I got the door wide open, so there's a lot more light coming in. But there's going to be a lot more space in here for a lot more things to do. And it's going to look very, very nice in here. Very, very nice. Hold on, let me close that for a bit. There we go. There we go. Makes it a little bit more easier to see, right? So yes, all of this will all be cleaned off. And this thing, which is my little oven, will be on that side right here. There we go. The oven will be right here. And then I got paint that will go up top. Sorry about that. Yeah, paint will go up top and then all the way down the whole thing, going down this way. So that's my plans. And a lot of you will come along for the journey. I moved that yesterday. So I stacked a lot of that stuff up yesterday. So a lot of you that was already here, seen me move that. Yeah, that was a chore. And moving these things, all the poles that were up here, yeah, that was a chore too. Yeah, but I got them moved over. It's going to be a lot more easier to get them in there, so it's all good from there. Do you guys have any questions of any sort or anything else that you guys like to ask? Because I'm here. Go ahead and ask anything you want. Another reason why I'm doing this is because, yes, it's hot. It is very hot. It is scorching hot. I think right now it's probably 108, 109 degrees, give or take. And the reason why I'm doing this in the heat is because when it really cools out big time, you guys will see me out fishing along with making the stuff in here. So I'll take one day out of every week, or one day out of every 2 weeks, or give or take. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm figuring that fly. One day out of every week to actually go fishing, and I'll go live when I'm going fishing. So you guys get to see a lot of that there too, because I'll be going to Paris Lake, Diamond Lake, and probably Lake Skinner, which is the three local lakes around me. I have Lake Elsinore that's close to me. Oh, no. I ain't never going there. No. I ain't never going there. That lake is called Lake Smellsmore. No, I ain't going in there. No. But you guys be able to see what Paris Lake looks like. Paris Lake is actually a good lake. They during the winter months they stock rainbow trout. They have a lot of bluegill in there. They have the largemouth bass. They have spotted bass. They have also black crappie. So they have quite a bit of stuff, and they do stock quite a bit of it there too. How often they stock, I don't know, but I know it's either on a monthly or bi-monthly or quarter, or maybe every quarter that they do. I'll have to check on that and then report back to you guys when it comes to that. So it's just the way it is. But they have Lake Paris is actually a very good lake. It's a nice, good, clear lake too. So I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy Paris Lake when I'm actually going out there fishing. So yeah. But in the meantime, this is what it is. This is the whole entire shop starting to get cleaned up little by little. It was a mess. And as soon as I get done cleaning everything in here, I mean totally everything, I will actually do a short or maybe a long video of what it looked like when I first started to it fully cleaned up, rearranged. So that way all of you can see all the work that I put into cleaning all of this, which was years and years and years of a mess. Yeah, I know. It's like, how do you let it get that way? Well, sometimes you just drop something there and then you go off and go to work, do something, and then you come back and then you got something else, you drop something else there, and then you just start stacking something somewhere here, somewhere there, somewhere here. After a while, you're like, holy crap, are you kidding me? Hey, Rusty Rivers, thanks for stopping in, dude. I appreciate it. I know you've seen my other videos, so I'm taking a small break right now because the poles that I had up here, I moved to the other container, which, I still gotta, put them in there, but it was all the wood stock poles that I got, like here up here. Yeah, I put those over there. So, it's just one of those things. And the reason why I did that is because this thing right here, the lockers, I want to move. So that way I can put a paint booth right there. So how you doing, Rusty? I see a lot of people in the background. And don't forget to double tap that screen for a like. It always helps out considerably. You can always, it's free. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because that's always free too. I don't know if I'll go live later on tonight when it really starts cooling enough to actually move this over here. Or what, I don't know yet. But since I got all of these all off now, I can move that. And then I'll start cleaning up the shelves and everything else. I know it's hot. Oh, yeah, boy. Eesh. Yeah, and I believe you're out in Palm Springs, ain't you? Or Palm Springs area? I believe you are. And yes, it's hot in here too. Yes. Because I think we hit, I think it's 108, 109 right now. Here in Paris. Yes, because that's where I'm at, Paris. That boat would sound pretty good right about now, going out on the lake and then taking a dive into the lake. Ooh, that'd be pretty nice. Sure would. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, I sure would. Yep. And yes, I'm doing all this to make fishing lures. Yes, I'm cleaning all this all up cleaning all of this all up to make fishing lures. Oh, you're on the Gulf Coast in Mississippi. Oh, okay. 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 All right. Oh, night pot then. All right. Hey, all right. Don't forget to double tap that screen or give me a like, because that always helps out considerably, especially for the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because then when you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification button that lets you know, and click all, so that way you'll see when I go live again to clean all the rest of this up and see all the different things what I'll be doing all along the way, from here on out. I know I haven't put out as much, I guess, fly tying and or jig tying content out yet, but I'm trying to get this all done now, so that way I can put more of that out, and it will be a lot better as time goes, because I will be making and pouring the jigs, the jig heads. I will be pouring those, so that way you guys will be able to see that. And then as soon as I get done with those, I will be painting them. And then from painting, then it goes into tying. So you'll see the whole entire process. There's a lot of other people that do this as well too. So I'm not the only one. There's a whole lot of other people. Ruben Flores Jigs, he does it. Sometimes he comes in here. And then also another one that's called Crappie Man Jigs. He also does that as well, which I believe you can find him at, it's the at Real CMJ, I think that's what it is. He does those as well too. But they're all on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. It gets hotter than hell out here. Oh, shoot. So what are you out doing out in the Gulf Coast? Rusty Rivers, what are you doing out there? Probably enjoying yourself. Like the last vacation before it starts getting cold? I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. I mean, it's a little bit cooler out there than it is out here, but holy crap. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got anything, to add to anything else? Because I am sure a lot of you have already seen, pretty much what I've done already in the shop already here, and more to come as far as cleaning wise. I figure at least probably another 3, 4, maybe 5 more days, then I'll have everything completely cleaned in here. But we'll see how things go, and because we are supposed to have a cool down, I think Tuesday or Wednesday of this next week, which would be very nice. So we'll just go from there, and then it'll be a lot cooler, a lot more nicer, and I can work a lot more quicker, a lot more faster, and get more things done. So that way I can get to pouring, and then painting, and then tying, and then pouring, painting, and tying, pouring, painting, and tying. And then when it comes to the inline spinners, then it'll actually be twisting, 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 putting them all on, twisting, twisting, twisting. I'll bring you along all the way through. I have no problems doing any of that, so we'll just have to go from there. So it's, that's the only thing what we can do right now. And it's been about almost 25 minutes, and I think I've taken a long enough break. So do you guys want to see me putting all that stuff in there, or you just like to call it quits? Because I could take you over there and you'll see me take the stuff in and coming out, put the stuff in, going. You get to see me work. You guys want to see me work? All you do is say yes or no. Maybe? Do ya? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes? Maybe? I'll give you guys a minute or two. I drink plenty of fluid out here, that's for dang sure. All right. Well, so since that's the case, I have to put the stuff in. I won't be able to see the library much. I won't be able to do any of that. So come back either later on today, definitely tomorrow, when I go moving this. When I go moving this to the other side. So until then, and of course until then, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for even giving a few likes. A few likes is always better than none, and I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. So until tomorrow or later on today, be kind to yourself, be kind to everybody else, stay true to yourself, and stay true to everybody else, because you always get rewarded later on down the road. Not by money, but by a lot of other things. So thank you very much. We'll see you again soon. Bye.